G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm still a little bit chesty, as you can hear, but I am doing a lot better. So thank you so much for your lovely comments and well wishes. Now, today I am using my medium size tray mold. This is the 22 centimeter, and I'm using my large Druzy insert. This one comes in large and small, and then there's also sets for coasters which come in small, medium and large. I've had a few people getting a bit confused, so hopefully that will clear things up. Now, always just go over your mold with some tape and also over the bottom of your Druzy with some tape, just to make sure there's no dust or hair on there that may prevent it from really sticking down well into your mold, because silicone likes to stick to silicone, so it should, I'm getting tape all over me, it should stick down. Now, this particular piece is totally inspired by a lovely lady in my Facebook group called Callie. Hi Callie! She used my disc to make a tray, I think it was, and I said to her, I can't remember what I said, but I mentioned a bowl. And anyway, I thought I should make a bowl because I couldn't tell if it was flat or whether it had sides. So yeah, totally inspired by you, Callie. I know you've been inspired by a lot of my videos lately, so I thought it's my turn. Right, so I'm just going to pop that in there. Now you can see I've got a little edge around there, which is what I wanted. I'm going to put some red glitter flakes in there. Now I've got my resin sitting in a cup of hot water because it's really cold today, and it's only 18 degrees. It's just got to 18 degrees in my studio. It was 17, it's just got to 18. You can see there's bubbles sitting on the top there. Hopefully you can see. I'm just going to zap those little bubbles sitting on top. Now, you all know, well, probably you all know that glitter loves to float around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the glitter later, once the resin's had a chance to kind of set up a little bit. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be for my glitter. So the first thing I want to do is, because the Druzy crystal has got all these little holes and nooks and crannies and crevices, I want to make sure that my resin's nice and thin. That's why it was sitting in the hot water, to get nice and thin, because it was really quite thick. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray alcohol onto my insert, and hopefully that will also help those little bubbles to not stick. So here we go, pouring on. If you don't spray your Druzy with alcohol, you're going to get a million bubbles. You really are. So this, I think, is the best option to do. I'm using the Platinum 360 Plus resin, and I've mixed up, for this particular size, I wrote it down, 150 grams of A and 65 grams of B. Now I just have to remember to keep some of that for my red. Now, because the Druzy displaces part of the mold, I don't need, quite so much. And I am turning this into a bowl, so I don't want to make it really, really thick. So there we go. I will take you down in a minute and see if we can see bubbles, but hopefully that'll be all right. I can see some sort of clinging to the edge of the mold there. Now, I think I'm going to have to take my gloves off for this, to open this. Now it says holographic red. I was looking to see what I had that was red, and I had a very fine glitter, and I had some red stones that I'd made up myself, coloured myself. But I really wanted to have a little bit of movement, so this is all I've got. So this is from Larisy, LRISY.com. I've got some lovely glitters, so I just buy them online. Not very much in that little bag. I don't want to use too much. We'll do a little bit more. Whoa, not so much, not so much. It's like Goldilocks. Too much, not enough. All right, now let's pop a little bit in there. So maybe 1/4 cup. But I don't want to add it yet because that glitter is just going to go flying over the top. Which I don't mind if it goes a little bit over the top, but I want to try and keep it sort of to the edges. So it's quite thick there, lots of glitter. All right, so that can just stay there for a minute. And now I'm going to pour the rest of this in my mold. That way I know I've got enough for my red now. Don't worry, I'm being really careful. I won't get resin on my hands now that I took my gloves off. But I always, when I'm finished, I always spray my hands with alcohol anyway and give them a good wipe with the baby wipe. Make sure that I don't have any alcohol, any resin on my skin. Okay, just done that. Get the alcohol, wipe it on your hands. Alrighty. Now, where's my big torch? Where's my big torch? Oh, it's over here. I think it's running out of fuel. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get one of these little silicone brushes and I'm going to just run around the edge like that. Gee, it's quite full already. I didn't realize I was filling it up so much. Oh, there's a hair. I cleaned it, but it's still got something in it. Just running around the edge. Trying to dislodge any little bubbles that may be clinging to the side of the mold. There's one there. And then I will pop those with my torch. Just on low. My torch has, well, sits on low at the moment. You can go higher or lower, but I've just got it on low. But I think it is running out of fuel. I can hear it's not doing very much. All right, so that's it there. Now I can see, shouldn't have put that away yet. I can see a little bubble just in there. So if you can see a little bubble, obviously just zap it. I've got this little really tiny little heat gun too, which is really handy for small projects. All right, let's get you down. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you my bowls. My bowls! Here they are. Look at this. I got a set. So I've got a little teensy weensy one, little, you know, do a little trinket dish. I think I just got them on eBay, you guys. But it's, yeah, like you can see, it's a different sizes. So I'll have a think about which size I want to use. I may even use one that's a little bit wider. But that's, yeah, that's very handy to get a set of bowls like that if you're going to be molding your resin. Now let's see if we can go in a little bit closer. My new camera. Oh, look, there's some bubbles. Sometimes you can't even see them with the naked eye, but you can see them with my U-Butte camera. It's a I was going to say it's a Platinum 360 Plus. It's not. It's a Samsung Galaxy 22 Ultra. It's pretty cool, hey? So yeah, I'm just going to go around the edges. Try not to drop it in the resin. All right. I'm going to put my phone away so I don't drop it in the resin. But see, those bubbles have come up to the surface now. And I can just pop those like so. All right, I will come back to you when my resin's had a chance to thicken a little bit, and we'll put that glitter in. So it's been about, I don't know, 10 minutes. I went and made some molds. The resin is still mobile, like it's still moving, but you can see it leaves a big sort of fold. So I think I'll get going. I probably should have put it down first, like so it could sit in that lower area, but I figured it's not going to stay in there. It's going to float to the top and it's going to go over the top. But look, we'll try it this way, and if it doesn't work, then I'll try the other way next time. It's no big deal. It's still going to be gorgeous. All right, so here we go. I'm going to try and just put a little bit as close to the edge as I can. Oh my gosh, round we go. Try and get in the resin, not on the mold. So you can see how thick it is. It's leaving a nice big thick worm, so to speak. There we go. Have a look at that. And then I can see if there's anywhere else that I've kind of gone over the top a bit there. Oh gosh. Let's loosen that a bit. Now, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it may still move. What do you think? Do you think it'll still move, or do you think not? Oh gosh. I can swirl it a little bit. Like, oh, I'm never happy, am I? I don't want it over the top, but I want it to go over a little bit. Like, oh gosh. Never happy, am I? That's what my husband always says. I'm never happy. I am. I'm very happy. All right. I've got a tiny bit left in there, but let's just kind of loosen that ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to move, you guys. It's what I wanted. I wanted a ring around the edge, not to move. Now I'm just going to break it up a little bit, just so it's not looking so ringy, with a sharp edge around the outside, or around the inside edge, I should say. Just open that up just ever so slightly so it doesn't look too placed, if you know what I mean. Just that little inside edge there, just kind of breaking that line up a little bit to make it look a little bit more natural. So this is what I was hoping it would do, not sort of float all over the place, and just hopefully stay along the edges there, which is perfect. So I'll just keep fiddling with it, because you know I like to fiddle and get it how I want it, because I don't know that it's going to move all that much. I think the resin's pretty much set in its ways. May not want to move terribly much, but you can see how what I'm doing there. I'm just making that inside edge not so edgy. Alrighty, so anyway, I'll leave it at that. I'll keep having, like I said, I'll keep having a little fiddle with it, make sure I've got it the way I want it. I don't want to bring it in too much. And yeah, now I think, gosh, it's hard to know how long it's going to take to set up in this cold weather. I'm thinking maybe 6 hours until it's ready. So anyway, I will come back to you. It's looking really pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So I will come back to you when it's ready to mold. I've also got this bowl. This is my wider bowl. If you're going to be doing these, make sure that you've got a bowl that's got a bit of movement in it. Otherwise, it's really hard to unmold later on. So don't use a metal or a ceramic, something that can bend like that, but when your resin piece has set, you can just go pop and it'll slip right out. So try for something like that. All right, you guys, I'll see you in about 6 hours. Righto, so my time has just gone off, 6-minute mark, and it pops out easily, doesn't leave a fingerprint. Or maybe if I pressed hard it would. Definitely if you pushed your nail into it, it would leave a mark, but it's a fine line between molding it now and then, or waiting maybe too long. and you know, and then it won't bend. So I've got a little bit of overflow. I'm just going to pick that off. It's only very thin. It's like little bits of plastic. And you can also, you know, pick this off later on once it's cured. It's just easier to come off now. It's like peeling cling film because it's very thin, very soft. I just find it easier to get rid of it while you can now. See, it's very, very thin little pieces. I did come back and check it an hour ago and then half an hour ago, and it wasn't quite ready. Like, it was leaving a fingerprint when I touched it, and I thought, well, that's not good. You have to be able to pick it up and, you know, move it around without it leaving any marks. So just bear with me while I get all these little bits off. But yeah, like I said, you can pick them off later on, but it's just easier to do it now. This is going to be the inside. I want the crystals to be on the inside of the bowl. So, you know, I'm not terribly worried about what the other side is looking like. Once I've got the, oh gosh, can I get that up now? Yes. Oh my gosh, it's still, it's a little bit soft still, you guys. Oh gosh. Probably could have left it another half an hour. Look at that. I've bent it a little bit. Oh dear. Yeah, I could have left it another half an hour, I think. But it's up now, so I do need to work with it. Look at that! Look at that! Is that not just divine? Divine, divine. Oops, let me just fix. Oh my gosh, we're stuck. We're stuck. Hang on. Right, I've put it back in. It was still a little bit soft. And also because the Druzy insert is thinner on the outside than the middle, there's a very, very thin amount over the top. So the thinner the resin, the longer it takes to set. The thicker the resin, the faster it sets. So it was set really well on the outside, but then as it got a little bit thinner, it wasn't quite as sturdy. So I've just popped it back in its mold, and I'm going to leave it there for another half an hour. I'm going to go and put my timer on. I just felt that if I tried to move it too much, because I'd already picked it up and turned it over and picked it up and turned it over, I thought, oh, I'm going to just ruin this. And I really love it. Oh, the other thing, look at the red. You know how I said, oh, I wish I'd put the red in that little edge first. The red has done exactly what I wanted it to do. It has sort of fallen down to the bottom. It hasn't spread over the top like normally glitter would do. So yeah, really happy with that. So just making sure this is all nice and level. Yeah, I'm going to give it another half an hour. See, things happen, guys. Things happen. And as long as you've got another plan, then all is well. So that was how it was. Okay. And I've just peeled it out, I've put it back in there, and I will come back to it in half an hour. See you soon. Don't you hate it when you set your alarm for 30 minutes and then you're on the phone and it goes off, so you turn the alarm off and then you totally forget about it? Anyway, it's probably been closer to an hour. It's still really bendy, as you can see. So let's have a look. Oh, I just thought I'd get these ones out to show you. This is the large, the one that I used today. And then that's the smaller one. And then I've also got a large heart. My small ones are sold out. I can't show you one, but it's smaller than that. A little bit smaller. Anyway, those are all in my eBay store. If you want to grab yourself one, I will be doing heart ones soon too. Okay, that's better. I can actually pick that up and move it around. Probably still could do with a a half an hour. I'm going to see what this one looks like first. Oh yeah, okay, yep, that's all right. I just had to kind of press the sides down a little bit. So maybe if I bend and push. Oh gosh, it's always hard trying to get it even though, isn't it? I look at it and I think, oh gosh, is it even? It looks the same as the outside, doesn't it? I don't know if it's even or not. I'm just pushing, as you can see, pushing down there, all the way around. But yeah, definitely the outside is more set than the middle is. Still bend it though. All right, so there we go. It's going to be just more like an open tray, because I was thinking, well, you know, if I do something like this, because the crystals or the Druzys are quite wide, they're going to come up the sides, and it's not really the look that I was going for. I wanted more to be the crystals on the like on the bottom, and then it just sort of coming up the lip here into the red spot. Actually, you know what? This, because it's got lines on it, this bowl, I can actually follow the lines and see see how straight I'm going. That's a good idea, isn't it? Is that the line? I've got to just see which line I'm on now. That one there. All right. It could move over a tiny bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. So there we go. There he is. She is. In. Nice little platter that will be. You can hear the crystals. All right. I'll be back later on tonight and pop it out. So yeah, not much more to see, but we can at least pop it out and see what it looks like out of the bowl. Right. See you then. Zooming in so you can see the crystal look. And you can kind of see a little bit of the bowl underneath. But basically, that's what the crystals look like. Aren't they just amazing? They look so realistic. Just thought I'd zoom in to show you that. They look really pretty, don't they? All right, see you a bit later. Righto, so it's the next day. It should be all set up. So all you have to do to get it out is just give it a little bit of a squeeze. Everyone likes a bit of a squeeze. And you can hear it go crack, crack, and then it should just easily slide out. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And there's our bowl. How gorgeous is it? More of a platter, really, isn't it? But that's what I was going for. Let me see if we can pick up those shimmery little crystals there. And it's got the transparency of it. There you go. I'll change the focus to 3. See how that goes. Go all the way around. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed my little video. And yeah, I'll be doing more with, like I said, I want to do the heart as well. So I'll be doing that one soon. I just have to go and find my heart mold. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you like my little platter. And I will see you all real soon for the next video. Okay. Bye for now.